Oh, we're getting juicy now. We're back with another mama's boy with the ultimate controlling mother, Nancy, who's making her son, Robert, and his wife, Kristy, take a paternity test. She doesn't believe that one of Robert's daughters is his because she looks more like Kristy than Robert. What are you, a genetic biologist or something? All I can say is shit's getting mad juicy. In the last episode, Robert just won his fight, but now he's got a new fight to deal with, and that's a fight at home. So I'm a little sick and I need some vitamin C, so every time the shit gets a little bit juicy, I'm gonna have a little bit of juices myself. Before we begin, if you want to see more Mama's Boy videos and any other videos coming out real soon, make sure you hit that subscribe button. But let's get to it. Now, if you remember from our last episode, Kristy was being super mature, keeping her mouth shut so that Robert could have a clear mental mind for his big MMA fight. But now that all of that's over, it's time to resolve all of these issues.
You look like you got a lot on your mind over there.
I kind of do. I need to talk to you.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Should I be scared? Last time I heard that, it wasn't so good.
Well, when you make a joke out of everything, it doesn't always end up very good, doesn't it? But it's about to get juicy.
Nancy and Robert's relationship is overwhelming. She really tries to baby him, but she is wild.
Oh, wild for sure. Couldn't have said it better myself. But I'd say it's more controlling than babying. It's to the point where she's trying to tell him what is a good and bad decision, to the point where it leaves Robert no room for him to make his own decisions.
I just want to let you know that I'm really, really proud of you.
Right now, everything's calm. This drama between my mom and Kristy and the paternity test, it's coming, so.
The calm before the storm.
I can't believe that I'm really taking a paternity test.
Here
Why?
we go.
Look, you won't even walk with
Here
me.
we
You just-
go. Of course, I believe my
So
daughter
then
is
why-
mine. Because, hello, I just got a nagging mom.
I feel very disrespected.
Bro, what is with Robert's attitude towards all of this? The fact that he's always trying to gaslight Kristy into thinking she's overreacting, it shows that maybe deep down, he might have some doubts about his daughter too. What happens after Nancy's proven wrong? You really think this is gonna shut her up? From what I've seen, I think this is just gonna stir up more issues.
I think this is terrible what Nancy's doing to Kimberly. I feel like she doesn't even deserve to be in Kimberly's life. Kimberly deserves so much better.
Imagine your grandma hating you because she thinks that her son is not your dad. Bruh, at the end of the day, you're just a child, so you've done absolutely nothing wrong. So all this animosity from Nancy is just so unwarranted. And honestly, Robert's done a terrible job at keeping her at bay. All he does is like, Mom, be nice, all right? Good mental headspace. Just calm down.
When your mom told you that she wanted a paternity test for Kimberly, I feel like you should have shut her down immediately.
Didn't think that it was
This is
gonna
all,
be this big of a problem.
What do you mean?
I didn't think it was gonna be a big problem.
That's crazy.
Exactly. You think distrust in your relationship wasn't going to cause a big problem? Buddy, you've got some mental issues, my friend.
So much anger out of this.
So much anger. Bruh, it's warranted. And plus, your mom gets so angry and shit talks Kristy on the daily, all the damn time, and yet you're very dismissive about it. Super jokey, like, oh, Mom, please, calm down. You don't show that same energy for Kristy. It's just,
I feel like if I don't take the paternity test, I'm never gonna hear the end of it. Oh, she doesn't want to take the paternity test because she knows the baby's not his. So it's like, at this point, I have no other choice but to take the test.
My advice would just be take it, and then once you get the results that you expect, just give her that same petty energy she's been giving out. It's gonna get juicy.
I have the test, so let's do it. I feel like even with Nancy getting the result, she's not gonna accept that she's defeated. She's gonna look for something else.
I know my mom. After this is done, we're done.
We'll see.
I have a feeling Robert has no idea what he's talking about. He's putting Nancy on this pedestal so that she can't do anything wrong. You say you know her, but she hasn't changed at all this entire series. She's still angry and salty and petty, very jealous. And there's not really much room for her to change. Alright, so now they're going to go and get the paternity test done for Kimberly, which is, already is just a sad thing to talk about. To put your daughter through this traumatic experience, sure, she doesn't really know what's going on, and Kristy even baited her into doing it by offering her a candy afterwards, and it's just a little fun little game, you know? That's the best way to do it to protect her innocence, but the fact that you had to get to this point in the first place, it's saddening, and it's really sad to see that Robert can't see what he's doing to his wife, to his family, and by pleasing your mom, you're destroying your own livelihood.
There goes my little girl.
Is she your little girl?
Okay, calm down.
Calm down, you brought all this up.
I should have drew the line at that moment when my mom asked me for the paternity test.
Well, no fucking shit.
It's too late now.
Some say it's better late than never, but bro, this is pretty late. You should have known that this is not acceptable. You should know that that's your daughter. And if you don't know, then only if you don't know for sure, then maybe you should bring it up. Just don't always listen to your mom, mate.
Dang, it says alleged father.
Yeah, you're the.
Oh my God.
Imagine, like, how does this even make you feel? Here's for doing something that you never should have had to do.
Why do you look so shocked, bro? Yeah, of course it says alleged father, man. What do you expect? It's a paternity test. And just the way you act and your attitude towards this and making it feel so much like a joke just shows where you're at with this entire situation, is that you're not taking it very seriously. You're still dismissing how Kristy feels, like to the point where she has to constantly tell you how she feels and how disappointed she is in you. When are you gonna realize that your mom is the evil person in the situation? Oh, that's all.
You don't feel guilty?
I do. I feel bad.
Don't you feel like you're letting me down as a husband? You're letting your daughter down? Who knows, like, how she's gonna feel about this?
Whereas to me, does this guy not have the ability to connect the dots? Nancy fully thinks that Kristy cheated on him. Like, I can't believe he's still running with that narrative. Your mom is accusing Kristy of cheating on you, otherwise she wouldn't have asked for a paternity test. This just shows that he puts Nancy on this pedestal. This is just gonna create more distrust in the family in the future.
Hey, thank you for taking this paternity test. It finally shut my mom up.
I honestly feel like this is not the last thing that she's gonna do.
But at the end of the day, I get it though. Robert has a point. This is going to hopefully shut her up. This is why they need to do the test. But, you know, this wouldn't have had to happen if Robert had just shut her up himself.
And I feel like you should be feeling very, like, guilty, I hope. And I don't think you do.
I think he does feel guilty, but he just doesn't know how to show it or doesn't know how to remedy the situation. He is a bit of a child in that aspect. He hasn't matured enough to fully grasp the situation around him and think of a way to resolve it.
It's not that serious.
No, it is that serious. It's a lot to process. And you're just, like, you know, you feel bad about it, so you're trying to make it like it's less than what it is. That's what you're doing.
That's what I'm saying. It is very serious, but he doesn't take it seriously because he hasn't grown up and matured enough to see it as that serious. It's sad to say it's probably due to the fact that, yeah, his mom does baby him quite a lot to the point where he can't make decisions on his own. So now we're moving over to Nancy's house where we're going to watch a little celebration for Robert and his win in his big fight. Nancy's prepping his food, her sister's there, and so is Jacob, the other son. So there's a whole clan of salty, petty, negative motherfuckers there. The juice, mwah, it's juicy.
This to be perfect for Robert.
Your favorite son in the world.
You need to stop
That's
babying
my baby.
him. You always baby him all the time.
No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
Nancy just can't see that her negativity is affecting those around her. It's just toxic AF.
Today, it's special. My son Jacob's here. My sister Peggy's here. Robert's coming. We're going to celebrate his win. It's all about Robert today.
So usually when Robert goes to Nancy's house, he doesn't bring Kristy around because obviously there's some tension between them. But because Robert is celebrating his big win, he wanted Kristy to be there. We all know how that's gonna go down.
I can't wait to talk about my fight. I can't wait to celebrate. Be around people who love us. People who love me. People
Love
who...
you?
So...
People who love you?
Again, like he's dismissing how Kristy really feels. It's people that love him, not them.
But I'm not a rapper.
And it's crazy that he just can't see that. But I think he's about to open his eyes real quick.
Is that him?
Yeah. Oh my God. He brought her.
Oh my God, did you hear that, bro? You can hear him mumbling like, oh my God, he bought her. Bro, Jacob, shut the fuck up. He can bring whoever he wants. It's his celebration, not yours.
I cannot believe he brought her. What the heck?
Hi, Peggy.
Hello.
Hi. Hi, Jacob. Use the restroom.
Nancy knows that I don't like this girl.
Jacob and Peggy, both of y'all need to calm the fuck down. That is Robert's wife, whether you like it or not. You guys are weirdos. What kind of family dynamic is this? Like, I would never want to marry into a family that hates me, and then I would just never show up to any of their family gatherings. It's like I'm not even a part of their family. Like, what the f...
If she was a normal mother-in-law and respected me, I would have no problem with her. I would have my kids around her. Things would be so much better. It would never have to be like this.
Isn't that such a weird environment to be around? Like, don't you feel sad as a grandmother that your grandkids aren't around all the time? It shows an immaturity on Nancy's side that she can't dig deep enough to figure out why it is that the grandkids aren't around all the time. But it seems that she doesn't even care because she doesn't even consider them to be her grandkids, which is the sad part.
I'm a very jealous mother when it comes down to other girls. I never approve of Kristy Till this day,
To this day!
I don't approve of Kristy.
You admitting your jealousy is a huge red flag. Do you even approve of any woman? It's not a competition between your son's partner and you. Unless it was another mother taking care of him, then sure, you could be a little bit jealous, but it's not even in the same category.
What?
Yeah,
I'm a
he eats
changed man.
onions. I give him onions and all his food.
Really?
Oh.
Just one thing I do know.
I started feeding him like a man instead of a baby.
Yeah.
Bruh, it's so awkward. Like, the silence is literally deafening. Robert really is so delusional. Like, I can't believe he didn't see this coming. Like, I know you really wanted to have your wife there. It shows how blinded Robert truly is to how hostile Kristy and Nancy's situation is.
You guys give me anxiety, man.
Stop staring at him, Kristy.
Staring at him? What the? That's her husband, right? If she wants to stare at him, she can stare at him all she wants. If anything, y'all need to stop staring at him. Like, 3 of you guys on one side staring at a man eat. Calm down, bro. I can't even eat properly when people are staring at me. That's also because I am a bit of a messy eater.
I've had enough, and I just want to let her know how I feel. I can't hold it back anymore. I just can't.
Oh, it's juicy, juicy time. Kristy cannot hold it in any longer. She is going to confront Nancy about the paternity test. Oh man, I'm gonna need a big chunk for this one.
I've been like holding back for so long, and I can't hold it in anymore.
What?
I know that you want a paternity test on my daughter.
You told her?
Look how evil she is too. She just started smiling and smirking after she found out that Robert told Kristy, like, huh, you told her? That's good. That means you're starting to jump onto my side, huh? You want this test done. Like, it's just diabolical, and I can't think of like another word that can describe how evil she is.
I can't believe that she brought it up, especially because it is his big day. We're here congratulating him. She should have just kept her mouth shut. She should have just waited for another day, maybe another opportunity.
Another day, Jacob,
Shut your petty ass up.
she's held it in longer than you realize. And what other opportunity would there be, man? She's already held it to the point where she was mature enough to let Robert get into his good mental headspace for the fight, which Nancy couldn't even do. When she pulled up to see him at the Airbnb, she was already like, where's Kristy? Huh, what a terrible wife, blah, 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 blah. For once, for just 10 seconds, stay on the positive end of the spectrum.
I figured he would just swap Kimmy's cheek and not tell Kristy.
Boy, if you don't...
Bruh, you think Robert is as sneaky and sly and evil as you are? This just shows how toxic you are and how earnest Robert is. Like, the apple really fell far from this tree. It just rolled down the hill.
Think that I'm unfaithful to your son?
So I'm starting to see that the real issue within this relationship lies with the fact that Nancy is extremely toxic and overbearing, and it causes those around her to be in fear of her and unable to speak up. But it's not just her, it's her entire side of the family. Like, they're all there validating her opinions, validating what she says, and they're all backing her up. So it's not just one voice that's coming at you. In this point, it's 3 voices just constantly harassing you.
Actually, I just did the test.
Now I gotta start praying for the DNA results so my son can know the truth and he can leave her ass and he can come home with me.
If you yourself are so sure, you don't need to pray for shit.
I got to just stay quiet, because I know me, I know the way I am, and I tend to get pissed off right away.
That's not a very mature way of acting as an adult. It just goes to show that her side of the family is just so infuriating, and that they all act on their emotion and not logically.
Because you don't even think that it's your grandchild.
All right,
so I
that's
don't
it. All
even
right,
know.
guys,
I don't even know how you're gonna treat
hey,
Kimberly
look,
because you think that she's not yours.
Hold
And I feel like you treat
calm
you
down.
know
Who she is?
He's trying to break up a fight as if he's a child. Like, he's, guys, please, stop. You should stop, please. Raise your voice a little bit, put your foot down, and say something. You know what? This would have been just more interesting if you let them fight outside the octagon, man. I would have, again, like I said, I would have paid for that fight. But it's getting juicy.
You're questioning if it's even his daughter.
She says that she's 100% that's my son's daughter. Okay, well, if you 100%, you would have never got the DNA done.
Bruh, now she's just twisting her words, bro. This woman is literally insane. So she psychologically pushed her son into making his wife take a paternity test, and now she's making it seem like Kristy took it because she knew she was unfaithful. Like, the lack of consistency is just crazy.
Now you're messing with my family.
Mom.
Now you're like trying to sabotage our family.
Sabotage?
Yeah, you're trying
Mom.
to break our family apart.
Okay,
That's-
Mom.
Jacob, disgusting behavior. You can tell he's the type of guy that likes to watch drama. Dude's just standing in the corner eating his food. Even that whole time he was just preparing his food, and now he's just sitting there eating. Like, you know, when people sit there and eat their popcorn while people are arguing, that's Jacob right now. I'm with you though.
I 100% believe that that's my daughter.
Why
But
should it
this
look like-
paternity test, I didn't realize how
It's
until
damaging for
after
me
it damaged.
and the
There's so
baby.
much damaged already, Mom.
I don't like trust you around my kids.
Trust me, neither would I.
I never had a doubt about my daughter, and I feel bad. I don't want my wife to feel that that I don't trust her. I do trust my wife.
Thank God Robert is finally being a man and standing up to his mom. Jacob, bro, look at this guy's literal poison. Like, look at him just staring at the family drama and eating his fat ass away, man. Bro, can you at least help out the situation and do something, say something?
I want an apology, or else I don't.
You're
want
gonna
you
have
around
your
my
mom
kids.
apologize to your
You
wife.
want me to
Jacob, shut your ass up and keep eating, okay? This is the only input you have.
You
You
doubted
take my
me.
doubt
Because you
away?
doubted me. Because you
Mom,
doubted me.
Mom.
Girl, you must bump your head.
Honestly, if anything, I think Nancy has bumped her head. Because there's no way a normal human being could be acting so evil on a daily basis.
Kristy has the nerve.
The nerve!
The nerve to say that I should apologize to her.
I just need an apology to the Hernandez clan. This
Okay, give me the results.
This is the Hernandez clan. You're against.
Okay, just think about it for a second.
Bro, you need to calm down. Like, even when you're talking to your son, like you're raising your voice like an absolute maniac.
What if she's not yours?
She's not.
Can I whoop her ass?
The first thing that comes to Nancy's mind is violence. She wants to whoop Kristy's ass if Kimberly is not his daughter. Leave her. Like you said, why do you need to whoop her ass? It's unnecessary. And let's be completely honest. Do you really think Nancy has any chance at all with Kristy? No, but I'd still watch it. Oh, there's a sour bit.
No one's fighting here.
could she whoop my ass.
Well,
No,
if
no
that's
one's
your
fighting here.
daughter,
Can you?
hell yes,
Okay,
I
we'll
can.
see.
We'll see that.
We'll see.
But don't forget, your mother came first before your wife.
If your mom's an absolute insane, crazy ass bitch, then she's lost all right to be your mom. As humans, we should all be equal with no rights, no expectations or anything. Sure, if you're a mother, if you're a father, you have that expectation to be a protector, someone who looks after their children. But if you abuse that and you misuse your power as the protector, as the family leader, then your status should be revoked instantly, immediately. If your wife is treating you substantially better than your mother, then I would side with my wife immediately.
I can't be here. This is a very toxic
Robert!
environment. It's getting worse.
Get used to
It's
your
boring.
life without your son.
I'm sorry. This is too crazy. I can't do.
Now you can see who's the problem, and it's not me.
If you leave, I'm gonna beat her ass.
If you leave, I'ma beat her ass, bro. Just calm down.
I'm stepping up to my mom right now. This is too much. She's gone overboard.
Honestly, it's taken way too long for Robert to realize the toxicity that lies within his family, but it's better late than never. I'm glad he's finally standing up for Kristy and standing up to Nancy. And it sucks to have this kind of event bring about that realization for Robert, and it's supposed to be a day of celebration, and it is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But like, even a blind man could feel and see, for lack of better words, the negativity oozing from Nancy.
Really glad to see Robert finally stepping up to his mom and just saying, like, we're not gonna deal with this. This is toxic, and we're not gonna be around you right now.
I'm sure I can speak for all the viewers right now is that we're all very happy and finally very satisfied that Robert is stepping up.
We gotta go. This is.
You see what I'm talking
Go in
about?
there.
Robert!
Stop babying him. Stop kissing his. Let him go.
Jacob, inconsistent, bro. Inconsistent energies. One side of you is like, yeah, Nancy, tell her what's up. She's a dumb bitch and she cheated on Robert, yeah. And then on the other side, he's a little crybaby like, stop babying him. Stop kissing his ass. Like, I'm your son too. Wah, wah, wah. Man.
Robert, you gonna do that to your mom?
She thinks she's winning by taking my son away. Yeah, no. That's not happening.
Sorry to inform you, buddy, but it just happened.
Who the hell she thinks she is?
Hello?
Robert,
Yes.
look. Since your ass did not let me talk, I'm going to go to your house. No, we gotta talk.
And look at the way she's speaking with such disrespect, even to her own son.
Gotta talk about okay? It's not gonna stay like this. Listen for my horn and come out. I want you to come out, okay? Come on,
Like, the power dynamic here is completely off. Just because Nancy is the mother here doesn't mean that respect is immediately given to her. Respect should be earned. Like Joe says, your mother should be honored. But if you act like a crazy ass bitch, then you're gonna be treated like a crazy ass bitch.
We'll clean the do your
thing. She got up now.
She's just forcing her will onto Robert. Robert clearly needs some space, but she can't control her anger. And that is what's ultimately gonna be her downfall. I'm running out of oranges.
Cannot believe Robert took her side and left. Like, wake up. What are you doing? I'm your mom.
Exactly, you're his mom, so start acting like it. You're acting like a crazy woman. A bloody dictator, mate. No one likes being around someone who's a total bitch.
It's facts! It's facts! Is it not facts?
And not to mention, right now, it's not even just you babying him. You're just telling him what to do and how to act. Saying how he should know better and that his wife's a cheating skank. You should definitely get a paternity test. Like, bruh, any man would walk away from that situation. But even that is literal abuse. There are kids at this house. Like, they're just gonna see this crazy lady pull up to their house and start honking their horn. Like, that is a traumatizing sight to see. Show some restraint. Just pull up, call, knock on the door. Why do you need to honk the horn? Do you need to, like, assert your anger and dominance over them? Like, why?
She's in the wrong. I don't know how she could have the nerve to come all the way to my house. I just can't believe that this is my life right now.
I'm sorry, but if you're my mom and you're doing this crazy shit, I'd call the cops.
What, now you're gonna fight? You're gonna come here to fight?
Seriously?
You're gonna come here to fight?
Why you let her tell me all that?
Mom, you're the bad cookie here.
She disrespected me and my house.
You've been disrespecting Kristy left, right, and center. Whether she is there or not, you just can't keep her name out your mouth. Bah! Okay? She's bit her tongue for so long. What do you expect?
At the end of the day, this is my family, and you need to understand that and respect that. Just like I respect you, and I give
No,
you
you
all,
didn't.
I'm
You
doing
didn't
the same
respect
for
me.
her.
You
I'm
didn't
doing the same
respect
for
me.
her.
She didn't respect me. And you gonna choose her?
Oh, what? See, that's her problem. She just has this self-righteous will that she is, like, imposing on everyone.
What you need to do is go in there and tell her to come apologize to me.
You need to apologize to her.
We don't have the results. And even when we do get them, I still ain't gonna apologize to
Mom,
her.
you need to.
Even if the results come out and they find out that Kimberly is actually Robert's daughter, she's still not going to apologize. And Robert is right. He was respecting Nancy. He was putting his own family in an uncomfortable position by taking this paternity test. And even after all of this, if she's found to be wrong, she still won't take accountability for being wrong. That's just disgusting, selfish behavior, man.
Mom,
I will apologize to you, but not her. I'm not gonna apologize to Kristy.
Like, it doesn't even seem like you want to apologize to your son. You've taken all this shit too far. Like, you're such an emotional creature that I have to take everything you say with a grain of salt.
Kristy's making you stay away from me.
Mom, you're only gonna see me holidays now. You're pushing me to that point.
Look, Kristy is not pulling Robert away. Nancy, you're pushing Robert away. There's no pulling going on. It's time for the pulling that'll... Nah.
I will
I don't wanna
come
disrespect-
here every day if I have to. What me and Robert have, there's nobody that can break it.
Or your fiery attitude is also what's hurting your relationship with your son.
I think we all need a timeout. Just need some time just to think and gather our thoughts. We don't need to be around each other for a little bit so we could just...
This entire time, even though I have been suggesting it, Robert hasn't raised his voice once. And he's been very respectful, and he's done his best to stand up to you in a very respectful manner.
Regardless of anything, I'm always gonna be with him, whether Kristy likes it or not.
But again, you just can't see that you've done any wrong. You won't take any accountability over the fact that you have some faults that you've contributed to the divide of this family.
It almost feels like I'm breaking up with my mom. I'm choosing my family over her. Starting to see the damage that I'm causing Kristy and my family.
Time to man up and grow up, brother.
Are you okay? Hello? Are you okay?
Please leave me alone.
All right.
Damn, Robert really gave up real quick on that one. But that's the thing though, if you can really see how emotionally distraught your wife is, saying that she's been hurt and disrespected, and then on the other end of the spectrum, your mom saying the same thing, she's been disrespected, but her emotional response isn't feeling sad and quote unquote disrespected, she's just charging in with a fiery spirit, you can really see who's the true victim of the verbal abuse and all the disrespect. And wow, so much family drama in this one tightly packed episode. But that's all the time we have today, guys. If you like this video, make sure you leave a like and also make sure you subscribe because the last episode is gonna be crazy. We're gonna be finding out the results of the paternity test and also how Robert and Kristy are gonna confront Nancy after receiving those results. So what have we learned today? We've learned that Nancy is a diabolically evil, emotionally charged human being who doesn't know how to take accountability for when she is wrong about something. We've seen that Robert is finally growing up to see that not even just his mom, but his entire side of the family has a very toxic environment, and him being around them isn't benefiting his family at all. And you can see that Kristy is very hurt and disrespected on the regular, and it's great to see that he's finally growing up and straying away from the mama's boys title and moving on to being a true man. I'm proud of you, brother, and let's find out in the next episode whether you stay true to that. But again, I hope you've all enjoyed this time watching this video and spending time with me, and I hope to see you guys again. Much love to you all. Take care. I'll see you next one. Peace.
Called you up, I know it's 3 in the morning. Bet you ain't sleep yet, I know that you lonely. Know that you lonely. No man can claim you, yeah, that's what you told me.